Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. How y'all doing out there? Good morning, Marianne. Happy Sunday to you as well. Hopefully, you're having a sensational weekend so far, no matter what you've got going on, relaxing, getting out, having some fun. Hopefully, it's been fantastic so far, and just here to share some more smiles, share some more positivity, talk about some things that we celebrate on this Sunday. It is December 29th, 2024. Just a couple days till the new year. We're still 2024 on to 2025, but you got a couple more days to get some fun in before we get to that big holiday coming up. So, what are we celebrating on this day? Well, basically, most importantly, it is a Super Sunday. Hopefully, you have some cool things ahead for you today. For us, we have a new podcast episode we're recording today. I'll be talking about that in a little bit, of course, but probably just relaxing around the house. I mowed the lawn yesterday, so that's done. Now we're just going to kind of relax. There's some weather coming through the area, not going to be as bad as for some people out there. Thoughts and prayers are with you for those of you in Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, kind of that area. It's been pretty tough over the last few days, and the panhandle coming up today. And we're going to get some of that today as well, but not nearly what they had gone through. So I'm just going to kind of literally weather the storm today and just hunker down, watch a little football, enjoy a little snacks, and just kind of take the day in once we get done recording the podcast. But no matter what you have going on, hopefully it's fantastic for you. And if you're traveling today, I know it can be a little difficult. This could be the day you're coming back from your holiday getaway. Hopefully you'll be safe. Hopefully it goes smoothly for you. And of course, as always, please pack your patience. So what are we talking about on this day? Again, it is December 29th, 2024. Well, how about this? TikTok. TikTok Day. That's what it's called today. It is TikTok Day, which of course the White Rabbit knows well about. It's the day. TikTok Day is it has nothing to do with a social media platform, although I guess you could post about TikTok on TikTok. It's basically, as I had mentioned, we are at December 29th. There are just a couple of days left in 2024. So if you have something you need to accomplish before we get to the end of the year, well, the clock is ticking. TikTok. It's time to get those things done before we get to the new year. Hopefully you put all that stuff back and done and finished, or you just don't care and don't worry about it. Can carry it in 2025. Procrastinate all you want. It's fine. Whatever it works for you. Go ahead and take care of it. But yeah, today is National TikTok Day. Although I think for like Captain Hook, TikTok means something a little bit different. TikTok the croc, of course, which is also a metaphor for time running out. I don't know if you know that, but TikTok the croc kind of symbolizes something else that's going on maybe in Captain Hook's life or in the life of adults in general. But anyway, yes, National TikTok Day today. Once you get your stuff done, well, hey, how about getting some soup on? And this is a really good one. Today is National Pepper Pot Soup Day. Have you had pepper pot? Do you like pepper pot? I think it's mostly well known as Philadelphia pepper pot. But there are various different pepper pot soups. Really, really good soup. As story tells, it came to the United States from people from Africa, the West Indies, the Caribbean. It is basically a soup that is highly seasoned, has a little bit of meat, and they can throw in some other things, obviously peppers. But you may see some potatoes in there. You see, it looks like here that we have some spinach in there, some collard greens. There's a broth, of course. It's a soup. There's going to be some broth. It's a delicious soup. If you can get a good pepper pot, it is really, really yummy. And today's the day to maybe whip up some while you're at home. It does look yummy, Marianne. It does look. I'm making soup today, not pepper pot. I am making soup today. I got a leftover turkey carcass from our Christmas meal. So I'll be using that to make some soup today, some turkey soup, along with some of the leftover turkey that we have. So that's going to be happening for me today. I love making turkey soup. One of the great things about when you use your carcass to make turkey soup is that when you carve the turkey, if you don't quite get all the meat off the bones. You can get that. You put it in a pot, let it simmer for about 3-4 hours. That stuff will just fall right off, and you can add it to your soup, and so you can use up every little last piece of meat that is on that carcass. So take that, and again, it's a great way to use up those leftovers. You can freeze some of the soup once it cools down. You can break it out during the year, especially this time of year when it's cooler. Just a great time of year. But yeah, time of year for it's cooler. Soup, good time of year for some soup, and pepper pot soup or leftover turkey soup. Either way, very, very good. What are we talking about on this day in Disney history? Well, you may not know that this is a Disney film, but on this day in 1995, Mr. Holland's Opus was released by Disney's Hollywood Pictures. Great, great film. Love this film. It can be a little tough to take it sometimes, but it finishes out fantastically. It's based on a true story about a person, Mr. Holland, who was basically an aspiring musician, and then kind of had to pivot and became a teacher, and became a very famous teacher, very popular teacher, and basically goes through his life being a teacher, some ups, some downs. He loves music dearly, and has a son that's born deaf. And so there's struggles with that, struggles with the two relating to one another in many ways. But at the end, again, spoiler alert, it finishes up magnificently. It really is a great movie. Marianne, you love that movie. I do too. And I'm telling you, not that it takes much for me, but that movie at the end, that movie, oh, forget about it. I'm wrecked at the end of that movie. Great, great movie. Richard Dreyfuss was fantastic in it. Did receive nominations for that role. There were other Oscar nominations for that film. It is a great, great film. If you've never checked it, I believe it's on Disney Plus. It might be on Hulu. I believe it's on Disney Plus. At least it was for a time being. If you've never seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, highly recommend checking it out. It's out there, and it is very, very good. So yeah, on this day, 1995. Hard to believe that movie will be 30 years old next year. I'm old. I'm very, very old. Yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about this day? And how about some television history? Well, on this day, there were so many tribbles. Back on this day in 1967, are you a Star Trek fan? I'm a Star Trek fan. Not like I'm more of a Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan, but I enjoy Star Trek. And if there's a Star Trek, if you've only seen one Star Trek episode, this is probably the one you've seen, or it may be the first Star Trek episode that you ever saw. The Trouble with Tribbles, which is kind of it's more of a humorous story than anything else, about how, this kind of con artist comes in and brings in these look like these adorable little fur balls that are pets. And they're like, oh, what could be so bad about these? Well, they apparently reproduce at an incredible rate that they just basically take over every inch of the ship. And the hilarity ensues. Yes, it's a very funny, comical episode of Star Trek. Again, if you've only seen one episode, there's a fair chance, or if you only know of one episode of the original Star Trek series, it's a good chance that it's this one. But a very, very funny episode. And it debuted on NBC on this day in 1967. It was in season 2. There weren't a lot of seasons of the original Star Trek. Season 2 is when this took place. So very, very funny. Hey, if it's your birthday today, again, December 29th, 2024, very happy birthday to you. You celebrated with some pretty cool people. I'm going to tell you right now. How about these amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with? The amazing, the fantastic, the wonderful Mary Tyler Moore. Was born on this day in 1936. Unfortunately, we lost her in 2017, but she would have been 88 today. Of course, way back the Dick Van Dyke Show, she was great in. Mary Tyler Moore, that show, phenomenal, award-winning, just amazing. Mary Tyler Moore had such a wonderful, wonderful career and was just such a talented performer and did so many amazing things. So it is her birthday today. Would have been 88. John Voight, He turns 86 today, born on this day in 1938. He's an Academy Award winner. He's a Golden Globe Award winner. Played in Midnight Cowboy. He won the Academy Award for Coming Home. The National Treasure films, if we're going to focus on something that's Disney related, he's in that as well. Again, he turns 86 today. Another great from Cheers, from Three Men and a Baby, Disney, from The Good Place, a show that Michelle and I really, really enjoy and really, really we'll go back and rewatch from time to time because we love that show. Ted Danson turned 77 today, born on this day in 1947. Patricia Clarkson turns 65 today, born on this day in 1959. She has been nominated for Golden Globes. She's been nominated for Emmys. She's won Golden Globes. She's won Emmys. She's been nominated for Tonys and Oscars. She's really, really has some accolades for sure. She had a recurring role on 6 Feet Under. She won her Golden Globe for Sharp Objects. Sharp Objects was this, and for again, I'm going to tie something to Disney. She was in Miracle, great sports film focusing on the 1980 U.S. men's hockey team, the Olympic team. Of course, the Miracle on Ice. She is great in that as the wife of the coach. Really, really good. She's very talented, fantastic. Jude Law, man, a lot of Disney ties here. Jude Law has done another phenomenal career. He turns 52 today, born on this day in 1972. He was nominated for an Academy Award way back when for the talented Mr. Ripley. He's also been Mr. Watson on the Sherlock Holmes franchise with Robert Downey Jr. He played Dumbledore in the Fantastic Beasts films. And right now, he is in Skeleton Crew, which Michelle and I love. Fantastic Star Wars series that's going on Disney Plus right now that you could check out. Really, really good. If you kind of like Spielberg films from the early 80s, a lot of those, like think of E.T., think of Goonies, those kind of films. It's kind of got that vibe. If you haven't seen it already, if you've seen it, it's really, really enjoyable. Highly recommended. If you're a Star Wars fan, for sure, you're probably already watching it. Even if you're not, you might want to check it out. It's fun. It's interesting. It's cool. Definitely check it out. But yeah, Jude Law, 52 today. And Allison Brie, another person that we love from a series that we will rewatch regularly, Community. She is great. Plays Annie in Community, but she also had a series called Glow that she was great in. She was Unikitty, Princess Unikitty in the Lego movie franchise. Anyway, she turns 42 today, born on this day in 1982. Also, she had a recurring role in Mad Men that she was very good in as well. So yeah, talented people that you celebrate your birthday with today if it happens to be your birthday. And if it is, again, very, very happy birthday to you. Hopefully you celebrate it in the best way possible on this Sunday and onward through the week into the new year. Enjoy it. Enjoy the heck out of it for sure. One more thing before I get out of here. We do have a new episode, as I already mentioned, dropping today. We're going to record it here in a couple hours. It should be dropping, if you're on the East Coast time, somewhere in the early afternoon. If you're on the West Coast, of course, somewhere late morning. But yeah, we're this week, obviously, heading into the new year, we're going to look ahead in the positive manner. After all, we are the Disney podcast of positivity, looking ahead in the positive manner that we always do and looking for the Disney things, especially in the parks. I think we're going to focus on the parks. Maybe we'll talk about the movies, but I know for sure we're going to mostly focus on the parks. But yeah, the new exciting things that are coming in 2025 to the Disney parks. We're going to be talking all about that, listing as many things that we can think of. I'm sure there'll be many more that we forget or skip or whatever, and some things that will be a surprise to us that'll come up throughout the year. But these are the things that we're looking forward to, that we're excited about in 2025. And there may be some things that you've forgotten are coming in 2025. You might want to find that out, or we'll just discuss it and tell you our feelings on some of the cool things that are coming in the new year. And hopefully you'll join us for that. Marianne, I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Thank you. It should be a lot of fun. Just another fun episode. Hopefully we won't go too long with it, but there are some cool stuff, some cool things coming to the parks in 2025 and lots of fun stuff to discuss for sure. All right. Getting out of here, everybody. Going to start my Sunday. Getting the last notes together for today's show. But please, please, everybody, as always, 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 share some kindness today. Share some smiles today. And please, 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 always share that positivity. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning to do all those things, 6:30 a.m. to kick off your Monday as we wrap up the new year. Over the next couple of days, I'll be back 6:30 to do all those things with you. And I'm looking forward to it, as I always do every single morning. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. See you tomorrow. Bye.